and it's just been a day.
Why was
Oh yeah, the whole thing where Finn like
why was your
is mean to
darling
you.
baby boy upset?
He didn't want the chicken tenders that were for dinner, and then
Oh no,
he
not the chicken tendies.
wanted the bathtub to be ice cold instead of lukewarm.
Okay.
Wow,
Man,
interesting.
those are some pretty insane demands. Allie was a peach today because she got to go outside.
They looked like they were like, enjoying the summer.
Yeah, they like asked for the fucking like pool. And Courtney was like, I guess. I'm not putting your swimsuits on though. So Courtney was like, I guess. A little bit of water. Jackson's just like at the age where he's just like he knows right from wrong, but he doesn't know nor care about remorse. So
Wow.
he's just doing the old
reckless abandon.
Misbehave, knows he's misbehaving, grins at you. You put him in timeout, and he smiles the whole time. It's just like, ugh. Little shit. Just kidding. He's great.
He's such a kind little boy.
Not really. He's kind of a little jerk.
He just has the funniest little smile. Like it's like his whole like bottom half of his face. It's just a huge grin.
He's got a big old smile. It's infuriating when he's being bad, though.
Parthax.
I hope that Finn is just the best T-ball player on his team.
I hope so.
Gonna need
what house do you think your children are in if they went to Hogwarts?
Sawyer's definitely a Slytherin.
Sawyer?
I was gonna say Ravenclaw.
Sawyer's a Ravenclaw. Finn might be. Oh, he's so tender-hearted. He could be a Gryffindor.
He could be a Hufflepuff.
Except for when he's full of rage.
Gryffindor.
I don't think Finn could be a Hufflepuff. He gets too mean. He'd be a Gryffindor or a Slytherin.
Okay. Gryffindors are kind of cocky sometimes. So
now that I think about it,
being tender-hearted, but maybe like mean by boasting. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, now I think about it, Sawyer's probably a Ravenclaw. I just thought he's pretty conniving.
Gotcha.
He's sneaky.
I hear Hogwarts Legacy is great.
It is.
Everyone. Yeah.
I'm 22 hours in. Happy Valentine's Day to me.
I'm about 45 minutes in.
That's why you had a great Valentine's Day. Molly and Jerry have been playing the crap out of it too.
Are you
time.
playing on your computer or through a console?
PS5.
Because my buddy tried to play it through his PC, and he actually had to swap out his hard drive for an SSD. And I was just like, bro, that's...
I'm playing through my computer, and I have no issues.
Yeah, some people, it's really hit or miss on PC. Some people are having crazy issues. I've had zero issues on PS5 though.
Issue yet. So I have like NVIDIA. I have a NVIDIA graphics card, so it comes with like NVIDIA GeForce Experience or whatever, right?
Yep.
So it will like set your
drivers.
settings. Yeah, well, it'll like auto put your game settings into what it thinks it should be.
Absolutely.
Based
It's
on like your
optimal or
PC
whatever.
specs. And it put everything on low, and I was like, that's fine, like it's still playable. But I was like, man, I really want to. So I put it up to like medium and everything, and it's still running okay. So
yeah, there you go.
That's legit. I mean, honestly, too, though, like I'll give credit where it's due. NVIDIA cards are just top notch. So.
Yeah, it's like it's gotta be 7 years old now or something. It's still.
I really
that boy's putting that out a medium.
It's not bad. If it's like
Yeah,
a
no,
10
it's
series,
great.
like it's like a 1070 or 1080, like it's probably doing fine.
I'm trying to remember. I think it's a
All right.
1080. Let me double
Yeah.
check and see what it is. What would
I
it be
just
under?
upgraded to a 3070 from a 1070.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I didn't think it was
That's
gonna
a
fit in
big
here.
boy.
Yeah, I could probably show you guys, but like it's a fat. You guys see that?
You're gonna be
It's a
building my
fat card.
computer for me whenever this one
Takes a shit.
dies. I'm gonna give you a budget,
All
and
right.
I'm gonna say go nuts.
All right. I will absolutely do that.
Thank
But
heavens.
why do that when you can just spend the same money on a perfectly usable MacBook?
That's what I'm saying.
It's gonna be like those, those shopping game shows or whatever. Except it's
Oh
just gonna
yeah,
be Ikena at
Micro Center.
Micro Center.
Yeah,
Oh,
that place is
what if-
literally my heaven.
Also, what if Taylor was like, "I have $1,200 to spend," and you just dropped off like a MacBook Pro?
First of all, that's enough for a
I'd be
MacBook
so
Air.
angry.
That's enough for a MacBook Air.
That was funny though.
Yeah,
Honestly,
absolutely.
I would laugh harder than expected.
I could never do that with Taylor's hard-earned money.
Dude, the food that they gave us today was so good.
Bomb.
It was like all the food from that would like be on the airplanes. Holy shit! I ate
So
way
they
too
got
much.
some like gourmet stuff.
Yeah, so like I have a 1063 gigabyte, by the way. I just looked it up.
1060's fine, yeah.
Just the job done. So they were trying to. I think it was just an excuse to like have us all eat the food, but their like justification was like you get to try all the food so you can suggest it to the owners. Because what the owners will do is they'll all order a turkey sandwich with chips and a cookie, because that's what they always get, and they don't want to change it, and it's just easy. And most of the time, it's like assistants to the owners calling in, being like, "I don't know what they want. Give them something safe." And it's usually a deli turkey sandwich. So they were just like, "You can offer surf and turf. You can offer tea sandwiches. You can offer ahi tuna." Just all this stuff. So
That's what's
it
up.
was delicious. I ate too much.
Did you eat with your pinky out?
No.
Shame.
No, I was inhaling too quickly to even think about that. All right, who's ready to play?
Ready.
All right, and last week was spent. You guys had some crazy good dialogue kind of after you met Zane and kind of like learning some of your backstories. All right, more specifically, Zane's backstory of he came from a clan of like this druidic paladin clan almost, right? And you're going on your, not Aramonte, but what do you call it in your clan?
Varya Kemen.
Varia Kemen, which is very similar. You are basically out on a soul-searching quest, basically to purge the world of some evil. What that evil is, you are meant to discover that on your own out on this quest. This could take years, months. Is there like an average? I assume this is a multi-year long thing that these people usually go out on.
Yeah, generally because it's meant to help find yourself in addition to better the world for the clan. So it's definitely just like about the journey. You're not trying to rush to get this done necessarily. Like so, yes, a few years is probably pretty average.
So we're kind of starting to figure out these kind of like driving forces that the characters in this group have. We have Zane, who's trying to purge the world of some evil. We have Sarvin, who is on the quest to kind of create his magnum opus, or is it Magnus opus? Magnum opus? What would you call it? Magnum opus. His big Mona Lisa. He's trying to create something lasting. He knows full well that his mortal body, his mortal self, will not last forever, but maybe something he crafts will. And we have who wants to go next? We can say Parthax. What would you say Parthax's big drive is right now that we've kind of discovered? Parthax is kind of like a quieter, more preserved character, but on the battlefield speaks very loudly.
Yeah, he's just doing this to help out an old friend, Gundren.
Yeah, he's kind of just on for the ride right now. Hasn't quite found something bigger, but maybe that's his drive, is to just be helpful to an old friend, thus making friends in the process, thus wanting to continue to help. He's a helper. We have Nyx, who is on a couple kind of mini, I don't want to call them quests, but driving factors. Your patron came to you and said something is either missing or in danger of going missing, right? And was very vague as to what that could be. And you are trying to please Morpheus and make him happy by finding this and saving it. And then there is Randy's character. What the fuck's your name right now? Oh my god, I'm so tired. Valos. Valos has something going on. You've noticed. Would you say, Randy? Would you say that the group would have been kind of noticed, like a difference from Valos Day 1 to a difference Valos now? What would you say they've kind of noticed in terms of his demeanor and the way he presents himself? Because the Day 1 Valos was very I don't think flamboyant's the word, but very theatrical, thespian, kind, knowledge driven. What would you say he is now?
Yeah, I would say that Valos doesn't have a place in the world yet, and is trying to figure that out. Once the lens was removed from him, exiting that curse, I think he was very innocent, I guess, and lawful. And the world has proven to be a difficult place for him. So he is adapting and sort of losing that innocence.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, cool. So everyone kind of has something going on right now. You have been on this quest to search for the Wave Echo Cave in order to stop someone known as the Black Spider. And you don't know quite necessarily what lies at the end of the Wave Echo Cave, other than you do know that at the end lies the Forge of Spells. You don't know what this is. You don't know what this means, what this does, what it could do. You do kind of get the feeling, though, that it is something important that you need to find. You've noticed that some town members, Sildar, Gundren, people are starting to just fall asleep left and right. You don't know who could be next. You don't know what's causing this. You've kind of deducted that maybe something at the end of Forge of Spells could maybe give you a hint or something. Along this path, you found Zane. You found a deer. The deer told you about a group of kobold who have been kidnapping other deer, other creatures in the wilderness, and taking them to this altar by the lake to sacrifice them. And you have found last week what these things were being sacrificed to. And it was a rather large. I identified it as a Plesiosaurus. And do you remember the name that I gave you that was written down on the altar that you guys found?
Oh, Lapras.
Say that again.
Kurtlemar?
Yeah, it was
Kurtlemar.
Kurtlemar.
yeah.
Kurtlemar. Oh, whoops.
Oh, you said Lapras. LOL. Yeah, Kurtlemar. You saw that name. I think it was Ikenna because you can read Draconic. You made that name out, and then like some kind of like stick figure drawings, kind of like pointing to them believing that this dinosaur-like creature was a deity or some sort of like god to them per se. You don't know what or why they were doing all this. What else? Did I miss anything?
We found some rather nifty armor at the bottom of the lake.
Yes, we
Yeah. Did everyone catch what that did at the end? Because
It's like,
did somebody cast Identify on it?
Yep.
Yeah, Sargon cast Identify on the armor, and you have it currently in your equipment. Do you want to explain what it does to everybody who maybe missed it last week?
Do I? Oh, serpent scale armor.
Mhm.
This suit is of magic armor. It's made from shimmering scales. While wearing it, you can apply your dexterity modifier when determining your armor class. In addition, this armor does not impose disadvantage on your dexterity checks.
Yep. So it's going to be a heavy armor. There's going to be
It's
typically
heavy?
when I
It's-
believe so.
Scale mail is medium armor.
Okay,
Yes.
it's medium. So it's scale mail type armor, which typically would be like you would get a +2 to your AC for having this. This armor specifically gets rid of that +2, and it's just whatever your dex modifier is. That's your additional AC, and you get no disadvantage again on stealth checks like you typically would wearing scale mail. So pretty cool stuff. It's kind of like, yeah, it's pretty nifty.
Oh, Taylor.
Yeah, what's up?
Just to let you know, Blitzkrieg Ninja has commented a couple times.
Yeah, that's Jacob. I don't think you've met Jacob.
He says, "Oh fuck yeah, it's my favorite stream." And then he said, "Come for the D&D, stay to hear the hosts talk about their children."
Oh God. Jacob was Smash Stuffigans. If you ever hear anyone refer to Smash Stuffigans, you actually played Smash Stuffigans in our little
Oh,
one
yeah.
shot.
I was gonna say I played him.
Cool. The floor is yours. Take it away.
Yeah, I believe we also found there was a group of like houses, like maybe.
Oh yeah, you
houses
found
on
like
the
a
other
few.
side of the lake.
Yeah, there were like a few huts/yurts on the other side of the lake. So.
Believe we left off with like we were about to kind of like go around the
that
lake
way.
to get up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Everybody. So where is everyone currently? You guys are currently on the same side of the lake as the altar.
Yes.
Cool. So everybody, go ahead and make a perception check to start out the night.
Dang.
Don't mind if I do.
good.
25. 15.
Oh, that's a nat 20, huh?
Yeah.
8.
Okay.
15 plus. I can't get D&D Beyond open.
Uh-oh.
There we go.
My Discord tweaked the hell out.
Yeah,
earlier.
your screen was like turning green for a second. That was weird.
Like,
What did you-
honestly, I don't really know what happened. My like Discord just like plopped, and after it just immediately cut out, I tried to open it back up, and it had me do like it was like 15 updates to Discord.
Oh God. Yeah,
I've
Discord
been-
updates are awful.
I've been trying
Right.
to keep up with them though, so I was surprised.
Yeah. Did you get your D&D Beyond work, Randy?
I did 19.
19. Oh, everyone rolled very, very well. Collectively, you guys can see this. So first of all, over across the lake, you see some smoke kind of coming over there, presumably from like a campfire. You also kind of look across and see pretty far away. You can make out a few kobold kind of like looking at you from across the lake, and you do see them kind of scurry into their huts.
Then we're
They
going.
see us and then scurry into their huts.
Yeah, you could see them watching you, and then they scurry into their huts. So yeah, that's across the lake. You guys also were currently kind of, I think I drew. I'll take you over very briefly so you can look at it again. The what's it called? The map, the little map I drew. So currently, you guys would be. I'll use Mike's token. You guys would be like right here-ish. You guys went a little bit off the beaten path, found the lake because that's what you were looking for. You know that if Phalos were to close his eyes and point in a direction, you would probably have to follow that direction, and you would probably find where you need to go. Where this lake is, it's kind of like right up nestled against the Sword Coast Mountains, which is where Gundren indicated that this cave would be. So I'll bring you back over to the altar.
Well, first of all, I look around the party and I ask, would it be okay if I kept this armor?
By all means.
Why, of course. You swam after it.
It has scales. I have scales.
The
You put in the work
scales.
to get it, and I'm rather fond of the armor I have now. So.
Does anybody want a chain shirt? Because otherwise,
I mean,
I'm dropping it.
If nobody else wants it, I'll take it as scrap metal.
It's all yours.
Sarvin, you work with metal, correct?
I do.
I have a chain shirt. Would it be possible to band these shirts together to have an improved chain shirt?
Uh,
Cough, DM, cough.
probably not like an improved chain shirt. I mean, I guess it depends on how shoddily made yours is. But I might be able to get you something better.
Well, I can't carry anything heavier than a chain shirt. So depending on better, I might take you up on that.
How shoddily made is your shirt, Zane?
He says, flabbergasted. The elves never do anything less than magnificent.
Ah.
I know I'm an elf as well, but like dwarven craftsmanship is where it's at. If you want metal,
my armor is good, but not excellent. It is
How? I was gonna. I'm not sure. How dexterous are you? I'm not sure anything I could make would not be heavier than a chain shirt.
I have a +2 for dex right now, so truthfully, you don't have to bend over backwards. It was more just
chain shirt's as good as you're gonna get. unless you're willing to go heavier.
I am perfectly comfortable with my ghillie suit. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Shall we proceed to the huts?
I think we should.
Let's go.
Onward.
All right, how you guys getting over there?
I think we gotta go around, right?
Yeah. Unless you guys have a different way that you can cross.
We could swim.
But that's not fun.
How far in was the armor?
About halfway.
Oh. So we could swim it.
I mean,
I'd like take a path and swim across, and then check if there's anything in there.
they've already seen us coming. Like, is speed really necessary
Yeah.
here?
Or a lapis in there.
Lapras?
I think she's referring to that creature that we just killed.
Oh. That did resemble a Pokemon.
Well, Lapras is dead.
Lapras is
so,
dead.
I'd say we just start migrating.
Okay.
Okay. You just
I proceed.
walking on around.
Yep.
Cool. You guys make it around the lake. It doesn't maybe 30 minutes ish. Walk around, and you approach this small little village. And village is a pretty generous term. You count 6, 7 huts. And not a kobold in sight, not at least outside of the huts. You do see the remains of a fire that has been very recently put out, thus the smoke rising into the air. But yeah, nobody outside of their huts.
If this is where the kobold live, if we killed all of their fighters in that group earlier, these may just be all the non-combatants left behind. Would explain why they're hiding.
Go ahead and who's leading the group? Like who do you think was walking in first? Have we established a walking order yet?
Yes.
I know we did the other day, but I want to, for my sanity, just so like I don't have to ask this question again, I'm gonna make like a blank page here.
It's an old log.
And just make a walking page. So here, I'll even title it. So here, everybody go ahead and pull out your characters because the group looks a little different now, right? With Sildar not being there and Zane being there. So let's go ahead and make a default marching order. So, and this will be for like, if you never specify, this will be the way you're walking. You know what I mean? So in the future.
I forgot we did it.
Yeah, you guys have some NPCs now. Well, like you have Viper, you have...
Mike can take Otto's spot.
We need 1 to search for traps.
That's true.
Mike can do that.
What did you say, Randy? You cut out a little bit.
I said that we need 1 person to search for traps.
I have
Just Mike.
I have
Mike
a perception of +5. I'm also one of the more heavily armored ones, so I mean Sarpin can lead if need be. Also, walking
Would
speed
also
is
be
20
willing to lead if desired. I have the ability to detect magic, and I have some armor.
Keep
Hey,
Josh
good.
made a good point of walking speed. Make sure check your guys' encumbrances. If you guys ever need to run while marching, like keep in mind like one person might be running a little slower. I don't know if that's relevant to you guys' strategy. It's just something I wanted to point out.
Honestly, that is a good thing to keep in mind. I certainly hadn't thought about it.
Yeah.
Color shit off.
What'd you say, Randy?
Said I am unencumbered.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
Sorry, Twitch.
I think you
Sarvin has
can.
another 60 pounds to work with until he goes over the next encumbrance limit.
Jacob and anyone watching, just so you know, we are playing with the variant encumbrance rule.
I only have 19 pounds of leeway.
Wow.
More than what I was rocking with.
All right, so right up here where I wrote front will be obviously the front. So whoever you would want up front, put them there.
So probably Mike.
Keep in mind, Mike has 1 hit point.
Oh.
He doesn't. He has 7.
So keep in mind, Mike has 7 hit points.
But he can come back.
Do I know?
Correct. Yeah, after an hour cast. Yeah,
And Mike can be invisible.
it's
Can
true.
you tell us what Mike is?
Yeah. Well,
Can you tell all of our listeners and our viewers what Mike is?
Mike is a closet, and he's my familiar. And he's wonderful, and he talks like the Godfather.
Oh, the Godfather.
Fuck, I didn't buy any cotton balls. I was gonna get some. Was that accurate, Mr. Big from Zootopia?
Absolutely.
Which is like the Godfather.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 100% right on.
You come
Mike-
into my home.
I follow.
We
the
break
quad.
bread. What'd you say?
Suggested that Valos goes second. Behind Mike.
And like Mike could also go side by side with someone.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a straight line.
Well,
Up
Mike,
to you guys.
should we put Viper up there too?
If you guys are ever in a dungeon and it's a straight line, then we can reassess. But assume marching wise, you could go as wide as you'd like in the open fields.
Oh.
I agree. Send the Drake with the Quasit.
All right.
They are both like the owl, correct?
No.
Brizzy?
But Viper can come back too.
They cannot return?
No, she can.
So, considering she is like the owl, I suggest they go in front.
Whatever.
Except the owl wasn't a real being and Viper is.
All right, so we have Mike and Viper up front. Thalos right behind them. Do we want Sarvin and Parthax behind Valos?
Yeah. Missy, what'd you say?
That.
Nothing.
Sorry, did I cut you off?
No.
You can be honest.
Alex was in back last time. Not that it matters, but
We just need a good fighter in the back, so if Kevin wants to take rear,
Yeah. I mean, I can go
I
in the
can
back
take
if you
the-
want.
or vice
I have no
versa.
problem bringing up.
Kevin's an ass man, I guess. All right.
Have you seen my
Thank-
wife?
Sarvin would do better closer to the front. just
Oh my
because he is-
god!
He is.
oh, she's pregnant. Is she listening to this YouTube?
I think that's gonna
Kevin!
change the size-
Yeah, I don't think you should ever show her this episode.
She went
Ever.
on that.
Cool. This looks pretty good to me. Locking it in. Moving all these.
Are Missy and Randy lagging for anybody else?
Oops.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Your voices are about 5 seconds behind your video, or vice versa.
BRB.
I moved y'all to the map layer so you can't mess with this marching order ever again.
Now that they're gone.
Honestly, I really thought it was my computer just like struggling or something. So I
No.
didn't say anything.
They were lagging.
No.
This is bad.
hmm
It's got to be the MacBook.
I mean, mine's fine.
Imagine if they had just gone to Micro Center
And bought a MacBook because they can do that there.
I said we could buy Adele.
Some idiot in my class, in my hiring class, they were talking to like the IT guys were in like helping us set up our phones, and they were like talking about because we use Dell laptops, and
Business standard.
yeah, right. But some person in the class was like, I love this kind of. They were like, oh, I thought you were gonna say Mac. Like the IT guys were like mocking the Mac lovers in the group, and then the one girl was like, no, I was gonna say Chromebook. I only use Chromebooks. She's a fuck, and like
no, that's
and
embarrassing.
her husband is in IT for like Chase Bank, which is even more embarrassing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they kind of just like looked at her like, do we laugh? Is she being serious? If she's being serious, we need to politely like back away.
Like your
She's so
laptop runs
confident.
off of Google Chrome, the web browser. That's
Yeah, it was one of the ones I hate. So,
they're fine for kids.
cool. Yeah, they're fine for children that need to do anything on a computer. That's important.
Yep.
Okay, marching order is complete. So that means who would be in front? Mike and Viper. How about this? Mike, Viper, and Valos. Go ahead and make perception checks since you approached first.
14.
What's
Okay.
the thing? Is it? What's the main thing it's under?
Wisdom?
Wisdom?
You tell me. Yeah, it's gonna be wisdom.
Oh wait, Viper has to roll?
13.
Mm-hmm. 13, 14, and
17.
17. Ooh. Viper has a keen eye. Okay.
She got it from me.
As you approach and you guys are kind of like murmuring and kind of discussing this, Sarvin says, what did you say, Josh, that Sarvin said? You guys had like a little conversation.
Oh, that well, if like we killed their hunting party that they had before that was going after Zane here, these may all just be the non-combatants that were left behind.
On that cue, Valos, Viper, and Mike here. Dad?
Oh no.
Oh god. From
I look back over my shoulder and I say, Arthax is calling you. Step forward, Dad.
Dad?
I look back at
You guys
Valos
all-
and I say, he's calling you.
I look at the kobold. Do I see any scales?
You don't see Kobold yet because no one's out and about. But you do see like a little head start to poke out from like the little. I imagine like a tent, right? Like a tent flap, kind of pushes to the side, and you see two little beady eyes with
Two
some
little
red scales.
minotaur horns.
Kind of peeking their eyes out. Dad? The eyes lock eyes with you, Valos, and you see kind of like a wide-eyed look. Roll an insight check.
Seven.
Okay. You see this like wide-eyed look, and they kind of disappear back into the hut. You hear from inside the hut as you kind of find the source of this noise. You hear this whispering, like "Shh, shh, just hide. It's okay."
Arthax, are you unwilling to talk to these small dragon children?
I don't think they're dragons.
I don't think they're dragons either. Is a
Not
fish a
every
dragon?
creature with scales is related.
I sheath my sword and I walk to the teepee and I stick my head in.
You do what with your sword? Sorry.
But I sheath my sword, I walk to the teepee and I stick my head in.
Yeah. Okay. You poke your head in, and pretty dark, but like you opening the flap kind of shines some light in. You see three very tiny, you presume to be children, kobold, kind of like huddled into the corner, all kind of like holding each other, very, very fearful. Please, don't eat us. It's just us.
Why would I eat you?
I don't know. We're just a little scared, that's all.
Can I come in?
Kind of hard to doing that.
Make a persuasion check. They're like as calm as you're being. They're still very afraid of just the way you look, and they don't say anything, and they kind of just continue to stare at you.
If I were scaled, would you speak to me?
I what scaled? Like one of us?
I back out of the teepee and I look at Parthax and I say, Parthax, they wish to speak to you.
I walk in the tent.
You see the same scene. Three small children kobold huddled into the corner, very scared. They look up at you, and a dragonborn, and there's more of you.
You able to share a kobold with us, Taylor?
A picture?
Was there one in the
Sure can.
Discord?
It's just like me.
Yeah.
I think there was one in the Discord somewhere.
It should also be in your Roll20 handbooks.
Oh, there's no
There's
kobolds.
one in
Is there?
game relevant info. Right above the
Oops.
token for Viper.
Yes.
Oh. That's
Put another one.
impressive.
That's like an adult kobold. But that would be like what a typical kobold would look like. Depending on the art drawn, they can look pretty like cute too. Like let's see if this pastes. Like if I Google child kobold, that's like just imagine a tiny little dragon-like creature. They don't always have to be red, but these three are red.
I look down at them and I say, what happened here? Why are you guys all alone?
Our dads, they all went out and they haven't come back.
Where did they
They
go?
were supposed to be. I don't know. They were out hunting. They said they were going to get some deer, and they never came back.
Well, why are you guys? Is there anybody else?
Have
there,
you
or is
seen
it
them?
just you?
Oh, it's just us in this hut. There's there's other kids, and our moms are off in another hut. We all kind of scattered once we saw you coming.
Did all the dads leave?
Yeah, they went hunting. Isn't that what your dads do? Who's your dad?
Anyway,
Did he not come back from hunting too?
I leave the hut.
What, you don't want to tell him about Rogar?
I leave the hut and I say, apparently there's more in other huts, so let's try to find out some more information.
What did they say?
They said that their dads all went hunting.
Did you tell them that we slayed them?
No, but I reckon they know now.
You hear inside the hut, what? Um,
Do you need a leaf to wipe your tears with, small children?
You offered them a leaf. You offered them a leaf.
Yeah, singular per child.
you see the tent flap zip up, zip, zip, zip.
Your dad was killing deer, so we had to kill him.
I don't know if that's helping.
No.
Listen.
I try to forcefully unzip the tent.
Jesus.
You.
I stick my
Alice,
head
what are
in.
you doing?
What?
I stick my head back in.
Yeah, they scream louder.
You're gonna get Taylor in so much trouble.
Court's gonna be so mad.
I say,
The kids have a
do you
whooping.
know of the altar at the bottom of the lake? I point
They're
it out.
just screaming like they aren't hearing a word you're saying.
Just shrieking.
I
Try to.
I
pick
would like
one
to cast Calm Emotions.
Okay, tell me about that spell and what it does. Can you link it for me?
Can. By doing
Yeah, it didn't do
That's not
anything.
useful.
Yep, I know.
I can just copy and paste. Because, yeah.
Charisma saving throw? Okay.
Yep.
So does a 20, if I rolled a 20, does that calm them or make them still screaming?
I guess they would still be screaming. I guess a creature
Yeah.
can choose to fail it, but I don't think
They're screaming.
necessarily choosing. Oh, yeah.
out. They're
Didn't
screaming.
work.
Yeah, they're terrified. Absolutely terrified. Unconsolable.
Try to pick one up.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my
You do it with
Valos,
ease.
leave the children alone.
Zane at this
As
point.
you do it, as you like go to make an athletics check, and we'll
Can I go back in the tent?
oppose it with an acrobatics check. Yeah, sure. 1 second here. Let's do this test real quick, or the check.
9.
You do not snag him. All three, as you like go to reach down and pick one up, they all three like scatter. One goes between your legs, the other two go around, and the rest of you outside of the tent see the three small kobolds sprint out and take off running in the direction of like just the woods that would be surrounding this village. So like the opposite side of the lake.
I turn to Valos and I say, next time you kill somebody's parents, maybe don't shout it to their children.
Might I remind you it was you that slayed the kobolds? For I slayed this lake beast.
Actually, I think Velos had the final blow on like the main kobold.
The mage. The mage of kobold?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe that one was their dad.
So Valos not only killed one of their dads, but also their god.
Jesus.
Well, now that you put it that way.
Valos is the new devil of the
Yeah.
religion.
So we
Cool.
just completely like destroyed a civilization by our actions. That's
Mhm.
good.
100%.
Okay.
All right. Well, I suppose we should go after them and find anybody else over here and try to explain what happened.
We also may need to look around for anything that Nyx's friend may have lost.
Yeah. Can we investigate the tent that they came out of?
Yeah, as you go to do that, make a perception check really quick for me.
18.
Oh shit, nice. Okay, you beat my stealth check of 17. Parthax, you notice 3 other small kobold and 1 larger kobold. You can tell it's a female kobold, also sprinting out of another tent into the woods.
They went into the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's where the other 3 went too?
Yeah, so imagine like lake, village, woods.
Okay.
So the village is nestled in between like woods and this lake.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I point over there. I'm like, 3 more just went into the forest.
I would like,
Charge after them.
yeah, I would like to also run. And how far away are they? Like approximately.
From where you are right now, and they've been running probably about 60 feet.
Okay.
Was somebody investigating the tent? Is that what's happening?
I did want to do that, but if we're all sprinting,
I mean, we don't all have to.
well,
I
I'll
have heavy
invest.
armor and 20 feet of movement speed. Who do you expect is gonna sprint here?
I'll investigate the tent.
Okay. Yeah, the kobolds are getting further away. And go ahead and make me an investigation check for the tent.
Oof. That was a good oof. Hold on. Investigation.
While they're doing that, can I
16.
send after them?
Are you just seeing what's in it?
Yes.
Nothing.
Okay.
Like some bedrolls. That's kind of it. Mike flies after them, and what's his flying speed?
Viper's gonna go after them too. Sorry.
40 feet.
40 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, they follow them into the woods,
Well,
and then
so
he
before
gets. What's
before
up?
things get too far here, because when Zane's running, he actually wants to do something here. You specified that there was a slightly bigger kobold that we're assuming is female. As I run, you said they're 60 feet away, so I have 30 feet movement speed, and I'd like to use Mage Hand to see if I can trip her while she's approximately 30 feet away.
Good God.
They're running at the same time as you.
Okay, so you're saying equal distance in that
Sure,
sense.
you can get close enough and use Mage Hand. Go ahead and what's your spellcasting modifier? Is it Charisma?
Yeah, I believe so.
Go ahead and make me a Charisma check.
Where the hell are we going with this, guys?
I'd love to know.
21.
You trip her, and she face plants into the ground
Oh.
and falls unconscious. As the three small children kind of like stop in their tracks, turn, Mom!
Oh my God!
Kind of look, and you see kind of like blood is starting to come out of her mouth, her nose, coming down her chin, and they kind of they freeze. One of them throws their body on top of her, while the other 2 continue to run into the woods. And the one kind of like holding on to her, like is like looking up at you, terrified.
I'd like to use Cure Wounds on his mom.
Okay, go ahead and use a spell slot, and she picks up the kid and starts to run.
I'd like to use Ensnaring Strike and grab them both with my vines.
Okay, make
Or
the
not
use
ensnaring,
a
not
use a
Ensnaring
spell.
Strike. My Channel Divinity. Sorry. Nature's Wrath. So.
Is your character getting off on this?
Mm-hmm. So basically, just to give you guys the skinny, all I'm gonna do is ask them. They're panicking right now, and
spectral vines shoot out out of the ground, I assume. Yeah, for a creature within 10 feet of you, and they get to make a strength or dexterity saving throw. So DC's 13. Got a 10. So they are restrained. Okay, you have 2 restrained kobold in your vines who are screaming bloody murder.
We come in peace.
The one with the blood all over her face screams.
How does that work with cure wounds? I'm just curious.
She's not bleeding anymore, but the blood that came out of her face is still like on her face.
I was just
But
curious.
she's not actively bleeding anymore.
I would like to... What was that, Randy?
I was just gonna say during this encounter, just know that I would have been chasing after one of the children.
Okay, into the woods.
Yes.
What is everyone else doing?
I'm heading towards the woods as well.
Okay.
Sarvin's gonna check the other huts. See
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stay back with Sarvin and do that.
Okay.
Sarvin's not going anywhere very quickly.
You're just peeking in the huts, seeing if you can find anything like loot.
If there's any more people, like, are
Any
there
more
any
people?
guys?
Yeah, make both of you can make investigation checks.
Sure. Nine.
18.
Okay. You do not find any more kobold. The huts are empty in terms of humanoid life. You don't really find much of value, just some bedrolls, deer bones. You can kind of get a sense that they live a very impoverished life. Back to the woods, Phalos and Parthax, go ahead and make survival checks. This would probably be survival tracking.
Survival?
Get advantage to tracking.
Oh, go for it.
I'm gonna like watch what's going on through Mike, but stay back here. I'll just like relay it all to Sarvin.
15.
Mike is well out of your 100-foot range right now.
Oh, is it? Okay, never
Yeah.
mind. Can't see him.
I got a 15.
Okay.
I got a 10.
Even with your advantage?
Mhm.
Shit, dude. Okay. That's quite all right, since Parthax got a 15. It's starting to get darker out. It's dusk. It's been a long day. So the sun is setting. As these events start to go on, it's getting darker and darker, a little chillier and chillier as the sun goes down. And how long do you guys want to kind of like chase and track? Do you want to like pop in there, if you can't find them in a few minutes, leave, or are you pretty committed to finding? Because you pick up on tracks. You pick up on tracks. You will be able to track them.
Right.
It's pretty obvious. They're kind of wildly flailing through these woods. There's not really a path. You see broken branches, little like tufts of linen kind of like snagged onto tree branches. Like you will be able to kind of follow.
My character is committed to tracking them.
Okay.
So, like, we can assume I lost them. They're faster than I am.
You lost them, but Parthax is picking up on this. If he chooses to
But
share,
also-
like, hey, I got it.
So I sent Viper ahead. So Viper should have been like...
Did you roll for yourself, or did you roll for Viper on the... So you roll for yourself, probably. You can roll for Viper. Go ahead.
Alright.
If you want to roll for Mike as well, go for it.
Viper got a
Do
19.
survival, which is wisdom.
This dice is hot today. Viper got a 19.
Okay. You
Hot
don't know
dice.
where Viper is, but Viper's following.
Mike also
Okay.
got a 19.
You don't know where Mike is, but Mike is following.
Oh, so they're way out.
I mean, yeah, I mean, they took off, and then, like, you guys went in and kind of peeked in this tent, giving them time to continue to run. It would probably have taken you a couple minutes to, like, pick up on a track. You guys are probably quicker, so, like, if you decided to follow the tracks, you could assume you would catch up pretty quickly.
So
I'm just trying to gauge. All I'm trying to do is I'm trying to gauge how committed you are to finding them. Is this a pop in, don't find them right away, leave, or
Am
you
I
want to like
close?
commit to following these tracks?
Am I close to Valos?
You can be right next to each other for all I care. You guys kind of both said you were going around the same time.
Okay. I look to Valos and I say, let's find these people.
we must before they notify the next mage and their deer slayers.
That's actually a pretty good point. So I think me and Valos are going to go after them. Is there a way that I can... So if I used thaumaturgy, can I speak loud enough for Viper to hear me and tell her to come back and then lead us back to them?
You can certainly try.
I'm going to do that.
Okay.
But Mike is
what
still
is-
going after them, right?
Set the scene. What does this sound like?
So I just
Yeah,
go...
Mike is going with them as well.
I just, as loud as I can, and with my thaumaturgy, I just go, Viper, return to me! In Draconic.
Okay.
That like
A few. Are you still running while yelling this, or have you stopped?
Yep, still running.
Okay. As you both are running, you kind of hear rustling, and Viper shoots through the brush and into your arms, and almost kind of like tackles you as she flies quickly.
Ooh,
Tropical cherry, nice.
nice. And I'm like, Viper,
I was
good job. Now, where were they? What direction was it? I say this in Draconic.
Does she? Can you look at her stat block for me? Does she speak Draconic, or does she just
She
understand
speaks Draconic. Yep.
Okay. Oh yeah, we talked about this last week. She kind of has like a bubbly voice. Like, yeah, I found him. They're that way. Valos, point north. Obviously, Valos, you don't hear this, but like maybe like
All right.
your instincts are just like.
Valos, quickly, point north!
And almost involuntarily, Valos' arm snaps the direction to north, twisting his body in an unnatural way. And
It was not a thing, to be clear.
Love that.
Okay, you just point north, and yeah, you guys follow that way. You both of you make perception checks, and this would be for sound. If anybody has any kind of advantage towards sound,
10.
13.
what'd you say, Randy?
13.
13.
Yes.
Okay. Valos, you hear. Oh! Into the woods. It's very faint, and as you are running, you're the first to hear it.
Do I feel like I have a decent idea of where like the camp is?
The camp that you came from.
Yeah. Or am I like lost in the woods at this point?
Make a survival check.
Advantage?
Because of what again? Tracking.
Following track, hunting game, guiding your group through frozen wastelands, identifying signs that owl bears live nearby, predicting the weather, avoiding quicksand or other natural hazards.
That's a
was
lot.
very specific.
Because this one is just, I assume this is a check to just kind of like gauge where you are.
But I argue that I want to follow my tracks from where they came.
Sure. Yeah, you can roll with advantage.
$19.
19. Yeah. So you are almost directly east. Yeah, you are almost directly east of the camp.
I'm like confident that I know that. Like I'm
Yes.
like okay, like I can get a
Yeah, you guys haven't really been changing direction. You guys have been kind of running east.
I look at Parthax and I say, "Did you hear that?
Hear what?
We are not alone, and it is not children in these woods, but wolves."
Wolves.
Did I recognize the howl?
That would be a nature check.
6.
6 sounds like howls. Could be dogs, could be wolves, could be anything. You start to run a little further. Parthax, make a perception check. Do you hear these howls yet?
Nat 20, baby.
You do. Oh! Make a nature check.
16.
You hear wolves.
Oh shit. I turn to Valis and I say, "Those are definitely wolves.
You know what type of wolves?
Do I?"
You both hear ah! Screams from the children. We cut back to Zane, who currently has 2 kobold ensnared by his vines. They're screaming bloody murder, terrified. It's now very dark.
Out of curiosity, do I like? Would I hear the wolves howling as well, or because the 2
Make a
kobolds in front of
perception
me
check.
are?
Make a perception check.
Should it be at disadvantage?
No,
Considering
I'm just making my DC higher.
Just want to make sure. I
You're
did.
good.
I missed it. I got an 8. So
You're too focused on what's happening at hand to notice.
So as they are screeching, I would like to do my best to try to like naturally persuade them to calm down. Just kind of like trying to like keep my distance and say like, hey, listen, I know this is scary, but I just want to help you, and I am not here to harm you guys. I know that the male kobolds of your group went out and haven't come back yet. And as it's getting dark, I want your kids to be able to sleep in their own bed tonight, kind of a thing. I just want to be as like peaceful as I can.
What an interesting character voice.
It was just a lot easier to say all this without. So bear with me.
I'll keep that in mind next time I'm using my NPCs.
I will. So I will take a look at them and try to elaborate on these things and finally kind of wrap things up here with if I let you go, will you run away or try to attack me? I would like to keep this as peaceful as possible.
Make a persuasion check.
I was gonna ask if they're even listening to me.
How close are we to Zane? Can we hear any of this? Now. So we can't hear any of these shrieks or screams?
I mean, you're pretty focused on what's happening at hand, and you're pretty far. I mean, you've been running for a while, so I'm going to say you don't.
Okay.
You're not near this. I mean, if you'd like to make a perception check to see if you hear it, sure, I guess.
Sure.
I mean,
sure.
You're okay.
17.
Okay, you hear screaming behind you. You hear screaming everywhere.
Jeez. Perfect.
And My roll was a 13 overall for persuasion.
They're starting. And what do you ask them?
Um, I would like to ask them if I let the vines down, can we have a peaceful conversation?
They kind of slow, like the mother kind of slowly nods her head. Yes.
Okay. I would like to slowly release the
Mhm.
vines. Like if it seems like anything sketch is about to happen, I can easily kind of like
And you said your roll was
recondition
a 13.
for the persuasion. Yeah.
Gotcha. They take off sprinting.
Okay. That's fine.
Uh,
Yeah, they're just like very, very, very scared and traumatized by the murder of their husband slash, parents, and being knocked unconscious, and it's just a lot going on.
Okay.
Oh
I let him go
boy.
then.
Okay, back in the village, you guys are still kind of looking around, and it's getting dark now. What do you guys do? Kind of like holding still. Um,
Um,
it's been a little while since your
how long has it
teammates have
been
gone
since
out.
they ran away?
We can probably say like a few, like I don't know, 10 minutes.
Okay.
I would say it probably would take you like 10-ish minutes to like search the camp and see if you guys found anybody else.
We find them?
You asking me?
Oh, I'm asking Sarvin. I'm alone with him,
They
right?
they just ran off into the woods. I'm assuming they're gonna come back. I mean, Zane's still kind of nearby, isn't he?
You hear the
Like
screaming?
they didn't get into the woods.
Yeah, you guys could probably hear the screaming for sure.
At this
I mean,
point, you see me
we can
walking
go.
back, just so you know.
Hi.
So yeah, I mean, Zane's still here. I'm assuming the others will come back eventually, or get like Parthax. Parthax is out there. He can find his way back.
damn.
I don't think they'll get lost out there. They'll be fine. Maybe.
I'll like sit down on whatever's there to sit down on and just be like, this Mike.
Well, I mean, there's nothing here in the village, so either one of them has whatever your friend is looking for, or it was never here in the first place, and maybe it's at Wave Echo Cave.
Yeah.
But like, we didn't find anything here, so
We go to cave.
I mean, we'll need to wait for Parthax and
And Moose.
Valos to come back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope Valos doesn't kill a kid. Oh god.
Can I perceive any animals around, like bats or like nighttime animals?
Can you perceive animals?
Yeah, like in my vicinity that I can easily interact with. I'm trying to determine if I might be able to uh, talk to, or do you speak with animals to potentially communicate with Valos and Parthax?
Oh.
And
Uh,
Looking for your yellow belly canary.
let me roll a dice.
Yeah.
It's a very narrow request.
Seeing Zane gets stuck to one of the old bird-related things.
There is one squirrel
Nice.
chewing on some nuts.
Okay. I would like to I'm trying to. I hadn't necessarily thought all this way through because I don't know if they're able to interact with Parthax and or Valos in that sense.
It's not.
Because I don't think I have anything to write with. So
Cool.
I wave at the squirrels and I continue on my way.
Make a nature check.
17.
The squirrel waves back.
Nice.
All right, back to the woods. You guys go ahead and make a. Well, no, you guys hear the screaming. You already don't. You don't need to make any more checks. You follow the sound of the screaming, which is north, like Viper said, and you the howls as well. You're getting closer. You can hear it. The howls don't seem to be moving. You seem to be getting closer, and you burst through the brush. And you guys see a pack of wolves kind of surrounding and snarling at these kobold children. You see... Let me pull you guys out real quick. There's Viper. There's Fellows. There's Parthax. And you see Mike kind of like hiding over here, watching.
He's like flying above.
Wait, Mike can fly?
Tell me what Mike's doing.
He was flying like above.
He was flying. Mike's hiding now, watching.
That's fine.
And you guys kind of like burst through the woods over here, and you see this pack of wolves kind of surrounding the kobold children. However, you see one rather larger wolf in the back, and you see this wolf stand up, kind of up onto its hind legs, and it's a bipedal wolf now, and you see it kind of look into the sky in the full moon, and it howls, howl, and it snarls its teeth at the kids. And you see one of the wolves lunge at one of the children. And grabs it by the leg and pulls it down and kind of starts shaking the kid around like a chew toy. What do you guys do?
I'm getting in there. Wait, which wolf is it? And do we roll initiative?
Would you like to do something about it?
Yes.
And we roll initiative.
Then yes. Let me clear out the initiative order real quick.
13. You got this, Randy. Nat 20, baby.
Man, I rolled like shit. I really just want to. 6.
Damn it. We're not doing shit about this.
I'm really happy you guys split the party too. That was great.
Hey, were we hanging out long enough to have a short rest?
Do you want to, if you and Parthax are sitting down, hanging out at the campfire, resting, then yeah, for sure.
Sarvin.
Go ahead and roll for Mike, Missy.
It's Sarvin, not me.
I can't.
Sorry.
I guess I can.
Me and Zane is there too.
I got
And Zane.
19.
19?
I just imagine like Sarvin and Nyx just chilling out by the campfire while they hear screams from the woods.
If we heard the scream like that, like, I think I would go, but not that scream. I just thought it was the kid.
I let Zane make this check. Why don't you and Sarvin make a perception check to see if you hear the howls?
8.
You don't hear shit.
I got a 12.
You don't hear shit.
Either of us heard shit.
Yeah, no.
So yeah, we're chilling by a campfire, waiting for everyone to come back.
Yeah. Not knowing the horror going on in the woods.
Yeah, in the meantime, you guys, how about this? If this happens and you guys don't get interrupted from your short rest, you can do a short rest. But for the meantime, hold on.
Okay.
Because a short rest is a minimum of 30 minutes, right?
I thought we were walking around the town for like 40.
There's
But
not
that's
a town,
totally
it's just
fine.
like a couple teepees.
It's just like a few teepees. It was like a 10-minute, like I said, it was like a 10-minute check to kind of do this. I feel like with a 12, you probably hear some howling. But at the same time, you've lived in the woods, right? How realistic is it to be hearing wolves howling in the middle of the night in the woods? Like pretty common, right? So up to you whether you think your character would think anything of that. I'll let you decide, but roll some dice real quick. Randy, what is your dexterity? Because another wolf rolled a 6 as well.
My dexterity is a 14.
14. So the wolf has a dexterity of 15. So the wolf will go before you. That tied you. Kind of what is Parthax's dex? Does that same thing applies?
13.
Okay, the wolf will go before you. Okay, does everyone see this turn order right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which wolf grabbed the kid?
The one facing the kid, so this one.
All right.
Here, I'll put this kid. I'll put a little indicator. He is grappled by this wolf right now.
We all know that Mike's gonna save the day. Can Mike move without you? Like, can Mike do stuff without you?
Can move independently of me, but has to obey my commands. But he can't.
But she's not really going to be there to give commands, so.
But can he still
Can
do
I
stuff?
still control him?
You can probably, like, tell him to come back. You can't really.
No, I can't.
Yeah, I don't really. The spell gets a little, like, gray area with some stuff just because it's usually meant to just kind of have a little helper, not like this.
I get to attack for him.
He can't attack because you're not using like your reaction or your bonus action or whatever to tell him to.
Okay. Can I use his action? Can I choose to?
Yeah, I'll let you control him. You can have him like come back to camp for you if you want. I don't really know how this spell works in terms of like what's happening when he's over 100 feet away from you. It usually isn't the case. So why don't you, Nyx, make what's your spellcasting modifier? Charisma?
The +2.
Is your spellcasting modifier charisma? Like, is that what the stat you're using to cast spells? I already know the answer. I just want you to look it up.
Yeah. Give me a second. +2. Where is it? Modifier?
Yeah, your spellcasting modifier is charisma. It would be shown if you were to click. It would be in your character creation. I don't know if it necessarily shows on your would it be under features and traits? Yeah, it's under features and traits, spellcasting or whatever, or pact magic, I guess is what yours would be called. And it would say, so yeah, it would be charisma.
Yeah.
Only because I'm making this rule up. Go ahead and make a charisma check.
Oh, that was a 5.
Okay, you do not sense that Mike is in trouble. I was gonna do some sort of like telepathic
It's
feeling,
been
I
10
guess.
minutes and he hasn't come back, so can I like take that as my initiative to go out looking?
If you think Nyx would do that, Nyx is your character. You can do whatever you want.
Okay. I'll like start that, but you guys can do this. Like I could probably take forever.
I'm not here to tell you what your characters would or wouldn't do. At least I'm going to try not to do that. Mike does get to go first here. So he's kind of like hiding off into the corner watching this. He's not dumb. He knows that if he steps forward, he's probably going to get fucked up. So that's why that's why I have him hiding right now, but I'm going to let you take control of him. What is Mike going to do here? What would you think he'd do? I mean, maybe he would like run back to report. That's on you. Like if you want him to do that, you certainly can have him do that. What does Matt Mercer do for the little cat in their games? Like does
Frumpkin, he
he
does whatever.
does he just play Frumpkin or does
Caleb plays Frumpkin, so
okay.
Liam plays Frumpkin.
Right. So just do that. You can kind of
I
do
think
Mike.
I kind of want okay. I want Mike to just like because he's flying right now. He's in bat form, so
Oh, he's in bat form. Okay.
he was like when he flew after them at 40 feet because he can't walk that fast. I can, whatever. Anyways, I want him to fly like above these trees, and I want him to try and scare them. He can do that.
Fly above the trees and scare him. Make a stealth check. I would assume like the element of surprise would scare them, right?
So he has scare, so they have to succeed on a
Oh.
D10 wisdom saving throw or
Okay.
be frightened for a
Then
minute.
don't do a stealth check. So DC, how many is it? Like everybody within a certain range?
Everyone within 20 feet.
Okay, it's everybody. So
Yeah.
I'm making what kind of check? DC something wisdom. Okay.
DC 10 wisdom.
DC 10 wisdom. Okay. Good. Good. Good.
Oh.
Bad. Good. Is it everybody? Or things you choose?
Says everyone.
Okay, 1 second.
No, never mind. With it, choice. It says choice. Not the
Is it
cobalt.
choice?
Yeah, it says choice.
Okay. These poor kids were about to have a whole world of pain. Yeah. They're like, how could this day get any worse?
These poor kids.
All right. The one with the orange dot is scared. What does that do?
He has to move 20 feet. Or, no, he has to. He's frightened for a minute, so
Okay.
he just has to move as far away from
Can't.
Mike as he can.
Yeah. Sounds good. Anything else?
That's 20 feet. He can move 40. He's gonna like fly the fuck away. 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 15, 20.
Okay. Sounds
Then he
great.
runs away.
All right. One creature moves 20 within 20 feet. Okay, it doesn't move 20 feet away. So he just frightened.
He has to move the
No, he
opposite
doesn't.
direction, as far away from Mike as he can with his movement, right? Isn't that what
No,
frightened?
that's not how that works. It just means he can't get any closer. And he can attempt to repeat the saving throw. I gotcha. Okay. What you're thinking, there's a spell that does do that. It's called Dissonant Whispers.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Wolf that is scared simply turns around and attacks a kobold child.
Damn.
This kobold child now is grappled
No.
and takes a little bit of damage.
guys doing?
It's his turn, and he screams bloody murder, and he tries to whack. His legs like kind of, preoccupied by the wolf's mouth. So he takes like a little stick off the ground and tries to bop the wolf on the nose, unsuccessfully with a 2. And
Bop them.
the other wolf that has the kobold in its mouth starts to drag it away. The kobold takes a little bit more damage. So that one takes 1. This one takes a couple other. Okay. Parthax, what do you do?
10, 15, 20, 25. Shit. Okay. So I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then
5, 10, 15. Hey, Parthax. I just say, have you taken advantage of diagonal movement?
That's the
I
thing.
think that you could get there in a lot less by.
Well,
Yeah,
shit.
you can diagonally as well.
So I can go
Yeah,
5, 10, 15,
Yeah.
20,
Yeah.
25?
Yeah,
That's
buddy.
fire. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, so yeah, that's what I do. And I take a slash at the one in front of me with
The one in
my
front of you?
short
Okay.
sword.
Roll to hit.
There it is. 19 to hit.
You hit?
Yep. And then 9 damage.
Nice. Cool. Anything else?
Hmm. And then I'm gonna move. So commanding Viper to move isn't the action, right? Like she can still take an action when she gets there, right?
Let me pull up your character sheet and check.
Yeah, let me.
Okay, you have it. Blah, blah, blah. Drake companion command. You must take a bonus action on your turn to command it to take an action, or it will take the dodge, though it can move and take reactions on its own. If you are incapacitated, it can take any action of its choice. So it moves on its own. You would have to use a bonus action to command it to take an action.
Okay, but I can
Does
be
that
like.
answer your question?
So if I command Viper to like attack one of these wolves, then its movement's included.
It moves on its own.
Okay.
Yeah. So like Viper will take a turn immediately after you, and Viper has her own, movement and stuff like that, which is 40 feet. So
Gotcha.
So you could use your command to tell her to use an action from her stat block, which would be like bite was her only action really.
Yeah.
So you could say bite, choose the target of the bite, and then she would use her 40 feet to get up there, and then bite.
All right. So I'm gonna tell her to use bites on this wolf right over here. So that's 5.
Not the one you attacked, or a different one?
This one. Or can you
Okay.
not see that? Sorry.
I can see it. I can see
Okay.
it. I'm just making sure.
15, 20, 25, 30. And then can I attack diagonally?
You sure can.
Alright.
With the pathing that you made, actually, never mind. He has his mouth full. Go ahead and roll to hit.
All right. 15 Does she get anything else? +5 to hit, so 20.
Hits then, yeah.
And then
It's actually +3 to hit. It's +3 to hit for her bite, so it's a
it
5
says
foot
+5 to
reach.
hit, doesn't it? Oh, 5 to hit. Wait, what? It says bite melee weapon attack +5 to hit, reach 5 feet.
Whoa, mine says +3.
Huh.
Cool, go for it.
Okay.
It would hit regardless.
Right. And then
That's
it's
weird that yours
1d6
would
plus
say
2.
that. Are you looking at her stat block?
I'm just looking at.
Oh, that's so weird.
+3 to hit plus proficiency
Oh,
bonus.
plus proficiency bonus.
Oh,
Okay.
there we go.
I'm looking at like her stat block. Yours is
Gotcha.
correct. I'm wrong.
5 damage.
Hits regardless. 5 damage goes through. What type of damage? Oops.
5 piercing damage.
Nice. Okay.
And that's it.
Cool. This kobold turns and tries to run, provoking an attack of opportunity from the bipedal wolf.
Yikes.
It hits. The damage is. It kind of like swipes at it with some claws, and the damage is. A number I will not tell you, and swats at this child and strikes it down.
God damn.
Dead?
This kobold attempts to try to break free from the grapple.
There's no way these 3 kobolds.
Does break free.
Which one?
This one here.
Okay.
And attempts to run.
Are we supposed to see the X's on the characters?
Do you see the X? I put an X on the kobold that went down.
Okay, gotcha.
So that kobold is dead or unconscious?
You don't know.
Okay.
This kobold breaks free, and the wolf strikes it down.
Wait, that
This
was an
wolf-
attack of opportunity? Or what?
It was an attack of
Oh, okay.
opportunity from this wolf.
Alright.
This wolf steps forward and attempts to attack you, Parthax.
Alright.
It has pack tactics, so it will have advantage on this attack. With the advantage, it is a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. The damage is 6 piercing damage.
6. Alright.
Go ahead and make me a strength saving throw.
That's just what a D20, right?
Yep. And then your saving throws are a little different. They're going to be on the top left of your character sheet, like in the saving throws section. They might be a little different.
Oh, okay. I got 16.
Okay, nothing else happens further. Valos, it is your turn.
I'm going to move right here. I'll take a swing at this one.
Okay?
My longsword. As I'm running, I enter a rage.
Yeah.
And I just hit. That would be great. So let's see. I have. That's mainly damage. That's +2, so +4 to hit. Come on. 16 to hit.
It hits.
Thank heavens.
There we go, Randy.
+1, +2, +3. Oh wait, that might have been. Was that a 15 to hit?
A
12.
15 's still good if it was a 15.
+2 melee damage. That's going to be +2. We decided that Tyler's
+2
thing.
melee damage.
We decided that Tyler's thing is +1/+1.
Hmm.
Okay. It's another one, and then this is another one. So I got 4 on top of whatever this roll is.
Let's go.
What's all the extra? So you have the 1 for the sword. What's the extra damage coming from?
So +1 for it being Talon,
Okay.
+1 for Tyler having coded it.
I think we did decide that last
I was giving the +1 because Tyler did it to you. The +1, the damage normally wouldn't have been a thing, but I was giving you. So normally it would be a +1 to hit. That's it. But because Tyler gave it to you, I was allowing it to be a +1 to hit and a +1 to damage.
Okay.
Only +1.
So +1 because of Tyler, not +1 because it's Talon.
Okay. So then I get +2 for melee damage because I'm raging.
Gotcha.
And then +1 for my Divine Fury.
Cool beans.
Shit.
It was a shitty roll, dude.
Damn.
So 9 damage.
Okay. Strength weapons. Is your longsword considered a strength weapon? I guess it would be. Cool.
Is it not?
Josh, you look concerned. Are you okay? Oh, okay. Yeah, checks out for me.
Oh, no, I'm
you
fine.
said
That's
9 damage total?
Yeah, is it a strength weapon? Like
I think it is.
Yeah.
I was just double checking. I was just reading it really quick. For my own sanity, because I don't really know. I think it
Anything is considered a strength weapon unless it has
checks
the,
out with me.
Yeah.
It's like unless it's like 2-hand fighting type deal.
Right.
Like,
What did you roll? Because you got a lot of bonuses with only 9.
Dude, I rolled a 3 on my D10, and I rolled
Aw.
a 2 on my D6.
Jeez.
Oh my god.
Sometimes
That's
this
rough.
roll. I think last session I rolled a 20 damage. Yeah.
Yeah, you like did an insane amount last time, which is why I was surprised it was only 9.
Yeah, this hurt. This hurt a lot.
Cool. Well, not cool, but this wolf is going to turn. It's going to slide this way and attack Viper, flanking. Pack Tactics is going to give it a advantage. Advantage makes it a 15 to hit on Viper. AC is 14 plus proficiency bonus.
Does not hit that.
Okay. Next is Mike.
So Mike was like rushing back, I think, at that point. He was done scaring, and I think he was going to just go and try and find Nyx, who I think also at that point was looking for the party. So I don't know where we could meet up or if we could meet up in this turn or not. That is.
So you're not doing your short rest? Okay, heard. So go ahead and which is it? You tell me. I'm trying to help you.
I feel like that this was like a million years, but I think that if like Mike was gone for 10 minutes, I would go looking for him.
It feels a million years because we're split up into 3 separate. We were split up into 3 separate things, trying to have everything happen at the same time.
Yeah, I don't need to short. Like I would go look for Mike.
That's fine. I'm letting you know that if you go now, you're not short resting.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, cool beans. You just start walking in that general vicinity towards the woods. I feel like Mike can find you. So he starts walking in that direction. What's his or flying in that direction? Sorry, 40 movement speed.
Yeah. 40.
Boom. He gets over there. I was just moving him. You can even have him dash if you want and do 80.
Cool.
Cool.
Okay, do that.
Cool. Next is another wolf. He continues to grapple this kobold, which kobold tries to break free. Does not. It's just being pinned to the ground. Another wolf over here is going to try to attack Viper with advantage. 12 doesn't do anything.
Nope.
Parthax, it's your turn.
Hmm.
So Nyx, I just want to pause real quick. Sorry, Nyx, you wander off into the woods. What does Zane and Sarvin do? Do you tell them you're leaving? Do you just get up and leave?
I'm gonna go find. I go find Mike. This is too long.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go walking. You can come.
Well, I mean, if you're going off, we might as well come with you, just so if we meet back up with everyone, we can just go straight to where we need to go.
I think that sounds like a lovely adventure.
So yeah, we will go along.
Sarvin, make me a perception check.
14.
Sarvin, Zane, go ahead. You can do it too.
Second. I rolled a nat 20.
You both. As you guys see Nyx get up, I assume you're kind of like hollering this as you're running, or are you telling them this before you go? Like,
I tell him that before I got up. Like I wouldn't just like get up and leave.
okay. You also go ahead and make a perception check.
That's nothing. At 20.
Holy cow, guys. Wasted on these darn perception checks. I'm just kidding. This is very good. All three of you see creeping through
Oh.
the forest, very low to the ground, almost at shin level. This green swirling mist start to creep towards you, almost like a fog machine, pushing through the forest, and it's getting closer and closer to you, and it almost stops right at your feet.
Is this a normal thing for the forest to be doing?
No, not at all.
The mist starts to swirl around you, Sarvin, and kind of like wrap up around you, and kind of like the tip of the mist is almost like, did you swat at it?
Yes. Ugh.
It disappears and the mist is gone. You don't see any trace of it, even at the floor level.
Okay.
What?
Zane, what's wrong with your forest?
I'm gonna like poke Sarvin. Like, are you okay?
Touching. I'm fine. I don't know what that was.
Just for clarification, like this green, in my head, I'm assuming it's like a noxious green.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't natural. The colors like that don't come to the forest on their own. There must be further explanation. And why did it disappear so suddenly? Why did it like you, Sarvin?
I don't know. Can can I like look in the direction it came from? Is there anything out there, or is it just
Make an investigation check.
sure? Nope.
Okay.
That's a 3. I not very good at investigating things.
Also able to investigate, or is this a servant only thing?
You can investigate. Go ahead.
Good thing I have no modifier to this.
Hey,
Oh,
me
actually, I rolled an 18. Shit.
too.
Let's
Hey!
go.
Nix, would you also like to?
I can.
Go for it.
Let's go, Zay.
I got a 16.
Okay. Zane, you see 2 beady red eyes staring at you in the forest. And you see and hear the flapping of wings as a raven flies in the opposite direction into the woods.
Nix, did you see that? It was one of your raven friends with the ruby eyes.
Is that?
Wait,
see
one
it?
of the
Did you see it? You did not see it.
Oh shit.
Oh,
wait, one of the ravens made what?
I just saw it right down the path
Yeah.
there, in between the trees. There was.
No, I believe you. They've been around a lot of weird stuff, but what? They've never like they've been weird, but we've never seen them do anything magical before. But this was like the first visible magic thing we've seen.
Very interesting. I
Let-
wonder if this might be what causes the sleep.
The Ravens?
I mean,
Sorry, I'm not there.
if that's the case, I guess it's a good thing it went after me and not one of you. I don't know.
You're talking to a group of elves.
we're all fine.
I was gonna say it's like it's
Also,
strange.
I just need to reiterate: elves can fall asleep. You just don't need to
You're
fall
immune
asleep.
to magical sleep.
Right.
No, I'm immune to
I'll
stuff
be right
that
back.
puts me to sleep.
But
Magical.
just to continue the quick metagame, though, I think we determined that when we try to detect magic on sleeping people, that it's non-magical.
enough.
So
Right.
Okay. Well, either way, I think we should probably hurry up and find the others.
Red-eyed birds are bad. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
hurry.
Perfect. Ikenna's gone. It's his turn.
Sum up.
What does Drizzy do?
Maybe kind of.
Last name ever. First name greatest.
I don't know
Like
any
a sprained
songs.
ankle. Boy, I ain't nothing to play with.
Is that one of them?
It is one of them.
I only know Drake from Degrassi.
I think that people that have played on sprained ankles think like lowly of them.
I think they suck. Like,
People
I've
with-
rolled my ankle and I haven't even sprained it, and it's like a fucking terrible.
You're like, people with sprained ankles suck.
Yeah, they're the worst.
Those people, how dare they?
What?
Those people, just like, how dare they?
Well, you're a piece of shit.
You sprained your ankle? Huh. I just think it's like really funny to picture like Randy sitting there like, I don't know, just berating someone with their like leg elevated and
In my head it was Taylor, because Taylor was like, I think they suck. And I was like,
Why is Jimmy here? What the hell could I have missed? No.
Cool. You're up.
No. That's Jimmy.
That's Drake.
That's Jimmy.
Drizzy.
That's Jimmy. Jesus.
Last name ever, first name greatest. All right, what does Parthax do?
He takes a swing.
He sounds so defeated. At what? You're surrounded by 3 wolves. Target something.
The one in front of me. So
Okay.
this one.
Go ahead and roll to hit.
17 plus 5, 22.
22. You hit.
Hell yeah, I freaking hit this thing.
Hello.
That's gonna do 6 damage.
Yeah, Betty.
And I'm gonna swing again.
You killed him.
Oh, I
You
killed
can
him.
target something else with another attack.
Oh, big bet. This guy gotta die now. I swing at him.
Which one? I'm sorry.
Left to the left.
Left one. Okay, go ahead and roll to hit.
Everything he owns.
In a box.
And that one.
Oh no.
Well, you lost everything you owned. It was in a box.
You slip and fall prone as you
That's not
miss.
All right.
This yellow dots, that means you're prone. Cool. The bipedal wolf, which as you come close, as the 3 of you are closer, go ahead and make a nature check. Very low DC.
4.
That's fine. And like 5.
Okay.
Nature check. The 3 of you that are close, make a nature check.
Or 2 of you, I guess, because Mike ran away.
You want me to make a nature check?
I do.
I got a 4, so I don't know what the hell that is.
This is strictly like for identification. What?
Nobody knows that this is a werewolf.
Neither of you have ever seen a werewolf before, and you have no idea that this is a werewolf.
The second that you said there's howling, and he
Yeah.
kinda
Oh,
was-
yeah.
It kind of was like it's a wolf. I was like, can you tell what kind?
I knew what you were asking. I also think it's like very on theme with Phallos having never seen a werewolf. Parthax, I don't really know, bud. I want to let you know the DC was 5.
And I got a 4.
You got a 4
Frick, man.
Cool. The bipedal wolf. Cool. I have to keep calling that still. Steps forward towards Viper, and it's in. I can't. Yeah, the bipedal wolf is gonna attack 2 times. One with a bite and one with claws. So here's the bite attack. Here we go. 20. Does a 22 hit?
Jesus.
Oh, poor Driz.
Yes.
Drizzle.
Come on, Driz.
Where the hell did
let's see.
Drizzle come from?
It's her new name.
Okay.
Pepper, drizzle. It's phonetic.
7 points of piercing damage.
Alright.
How many hit points does? Because Viper took some damage last fight too, right? Have you been keeping track? Or I have not. So
No, I don't. I don't think she took damage last fight.
Okay. What's her total HP then?
20.
Drizzy, we found out with a
20?
tank, I remember
Okay.
that.
So she took 7. So I'll keep track right here. So
Alright,
she's
I have the little thing on her character sheet.
7. Oh, perfect.
She
okay.
took 7.
I'll also keep track just in case. Yeah. So
confirm.
she's at 13.
So what is her last name?
What? Huh?
Here comes the claws attack.
Drizzy doesn't have a last name.
Okay.
Drizzle.
Werewolves don't get.
I mean Viper. Crap.
But it's a dirty 20.
What are you rolling for?
Also, I think I already know the answer to this, but is Viper humanoid? Probably not.
Nope.
This is a draconic
Yep.
dragon.
Just making sure. Another 8 points of this time slashing damage.
God damn. Oh, there's 2 of them.
Alright.
I didn't see the other one. I was like, what the hell? 8?
Oh, it's just the bipedal wolf gets 2 attacks.
Oh, that's fucked up.
That's why.
Wait, whoa. Oh, well, I don't know. What does the dodge action do? Because doesn't she get that?
Only if on your turn you did not give her a command, which I don't
didn't.
think you did, right?
Yeah. What is the dodge?
Because you didn't remember, I will roll it again one more time for that attack. Does a 16 hit?
It ties.
Okay, so yes. So damage goes through as normal.
All right.
But yes, dodge would be disadvantage on attacks against it.
Gotcha. Okay.
I will try to remember, but...
Sorry, no, I should have remembered that.
Yeah, all good. Death saving throw. Yikes. Okay, death saving throw. Wolf lets go of Kobold to try and attack you, Parthax.
Try.
Does a dirty 20 hit?
Yeah.
Okay. Six points of piercing damage. Go ahead and make me a strength saving throw.
Oops.
Let me drink this.
Damn it. 7.
This is irrelevant. You're still prone because I think I had you. Well, you probably had stood up. So yeah, you're prone again. It knocks you down. Valos, it is your turn.
I swing my longsword.
Go ahead.
Shout at the top of my lungs.
Which one? This one here? Yeah, the one you're next to. Go for it.
And while I swing it, I shout, 6! 7!
Oh.
Trying. I
Yeah.
mean, like, we're navigating. It's just
About 12 seconds of combat has gone by, so yeah. You guys split up pretty far.
I know we did. I just
Yeah.
feel like one of
No,
my-
yeah, I would definitely have yelled that too. So go ahead and roll to hit.
This is gonna be
I didn't want you to think that I was like purposefully keeping you guys apart.
14 to hit.
That does hit, yes.
So I get a 10 and a 6 plus
we decided it
one-
was 4.
1 for Talon. Yep, it's plus 4. 14.
Is this like a downward swing, upward swing, sideward swing?
I'm trying to cut its head off.
You do. Yeah, okay. That's what I was going to say, but if you were swinging it a different way, you cut it clean off its head.
Let's go.
Fuck yeah.
Yep.
I look to like the bipedal wolf and say, "Who's next?"
It snarls. And you actually hear it respond. And it says, "You." Viper gets attacked. Uh, 16 to hit.
Tie.
Nine points of piercing damage.
Ooh, baby child. I think.
Damn.
Yeah, she gone.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
she drops. I'm trying to look and see what happens when it hits 0. Does it just like magically disappear, or
It says
I've never played with a
the Drake
warden
remains
before.
until it is reduced to 0 hit points, until you use this feature to summon the Drake again, or until you die.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it just kind of like poofs and vanishes and disappears, right? I mean, I think that's kind of what
I would like to
I
rage.
think like maybe the body like falls unconscious or dead,
Oh,
and
come
then
on.
like as it's dead, yeah, it kind of just like almost like magically starts to twinkle,
Yeah.
and just kind of like slowly goes invisible and disappears.
Good to know. I would like to rage.
Good. Okay, Mike keeps going as fast as he can.
Okay.
Nyx, you are also, I assume, going as fast as you can. Now Sarvin and Zane going as fast as you can. What's your guys' dash?
My dash
60.
would be 60.
Sarvin just laughs.
Sarvin's is probably 40 on a dash. Yeah.
So they're all getting away, and Simon's just.
Yeah, Sarvin's just like pumping his little arms, like trying to run as fast as he can.
Very loud, like.
You can't.
How's he
What
so
about Zane's dash? Is it
That was
60?
all over metal. He's like
Okay.
very somewhere now.
Yeah, so Zane and Nyx are just like nimbly like leaping over branches, sliding underneath tree trunks that are kind of propped up in the woods. And Sarvin's just like hits the tree branch and just kind of has to like slowly climb over it. And like has to like kind of like get on all fours and
So
kind of like
sad.
crawl underneath the tree trunks. And you guys are clearing distance between yourself and Sarvin.
I like to think of Zane
Alright.
kind of like
Catch
going
up.
Tarzan, like sliding like down vines and on like
Yeah,
roots and all
Zane-
that.
Something where like his legs
Zane
go
is
like.
one with the forest.
And
Yeah.
and I'd like to just like look back and see Sarvin like Loki struggling, and just be like,
Sarvin's
just
like
do what I
swinging his.
do.
Sarvin's like swinging his hammer at branches to try to get him out of the way.
Yeah. I love it.
Sarvin,
A
you're
vine
an elf.
kind of just like wraps around your armor for a second, and you just kind of like have to stop and try to like get it off of you. Cool.
Different kind of elf. Go.
You're getting closer. That was a really good ground you've made in about 6 seconds. Believe it or not, you can guesstimate that Nyx and Zane are about 6 seconds away from the party. You can kind of like
Sarvin, maybe
see / hear them up through the brush. Like you hear clanking of metal.
Did I
You
get
hear.
telepathic like connection back with Mike? He doesn't have to like dash towards me anymore.
Sure, yes, you have telepathic connection back with Mike, and you hear Valos yell for you actually over yonder, and you hear some screaming and yelling and a commotion happening. The kobold that was released starts just and starts running. Hops down the ledge, gets to about here, and is just trying to run as far and fast as it can. This wolf takes a running start and leaps over at you, Parthax, who is prone. So irrelevant because of pack tactics, but they get advantage on this attack. Not good enough though, so it's a 7 to hit.
Yeah.
You kind of like you're prone, you're on your back. You push the wolf that attacked you off of you, and you kind of like barrel roll to the side as another wolf leaps on top of where you would have been. It is your turn. It is half your movement speed to stand up.
I stand up.
Okay.
Can I move here without an attack of opportunity?
No. Because this one you'd be leaving its
Gotcha.
range of melee.
Let's see.
Could Parthax go up, over, diagonal left, down?
You talking about like here, then here,
Sure, and
then
then
down?
then
Yeah,
diag-
you would be leaving this one's range.
Yeah.
Ah.
He can, but to be clear, he can move through an enemy. So he can technically move here, and then move here.
Not when already engaged in melee.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So
Am I right in that?
you can move through ally spaces. You can't move through enemy spaces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what it is. Yeah.
Right.
Now, if hmm,
Now, I mean, it would be one wolf's attack if you were to leave that. You know what I mean? Like, if you were to go here, it would be one wolf that gets a reaction to try to attack you.
okay.
Now, you could also attack then move if you really wanted to. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
you know that you've done damage to this wolf.
Oh,
Or you could use the action disengage.
right.
Correct. You could react. You could action disengage for sure.
I am going to use
Or action dodge.
my breath weapon,
Okay.
and I want to
Which
go
is
like
line, right?
it is. I
Or is it a cone? It might be a cone.
think it's a cone.
So yours is a lightning, right?
Yes.
I think lightning's a line.
Lightning sounds like a
A
line thing to
line.
me.
Okay, we'll do line.
Yeah.
Now,
30-foot
my
line.
question
So-
is, if I shoot it diagonally towards the like that way, do I hit this one? That's right here.
the one right here.
Yeah.
No.
No, because the point of origin is going to be one space away from you.
Okay.
So, like, it would technically be like that.
All right.
That's how I believe it works.
That's fine. That's what I'm gonna do.
Well, the one space away would be like that, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but it's not one space
But-
away where you pick, or else you could pick like below
Well,
down here, and
You
like
could move there and do that.
you'd have to move.
I
there.
would take an
it'd be the
attack of
space in front
opportunity.
him, and Taylor was like measuring from up here.
I mean, I would love. I would originally. I would want to move like down here, and just do it
You
like
wouldn't get an
this.
attack of opportunity if you stayed within their range. It's only if you move out of it.
Yeah, but I'm moving out of
Right.
this one's range.
He doesn't want to move.
No, not. You're not moving. Yeah. So yeah, if you moved,
If I move down.
if you move down one, you would leave the range of. You would leave melee of one of them.
Right. So yeah, I'm just gonna use my breath weapon and attack diagonally.
Yeah, I'm gonna say just because it's gonna be able to hit those two if it's a diagonal attack.
That's fine.
If that's okay with you.
Yep.
They make dexterity saving throws, right?
Yep.
Okay. The bipedal wolf saves. However, the regular wolf does not save.
Damn it. Okay. That's 9 damage.
9 damage. What type of damage is it?
Oh, that's a good question. Lightning damage?
Okay.
Yep.
So the wolf here is going to sizzle up and start convulsing, and you see foam start to fall out of its mouth, and it's electrocuted to death.
All right.
And the bipedal wolf takes damage. Half. So it would be 5 points of damage.
And then I use my bonus action to... Do I have to have attacked once to use my second action to swing?
Yes. If
Okay.
you're wanting to do 2-weapon fighting, yeah, you can't like
That's what I
breath
thought.
weapon and then attack. Because
Okay.
your breath weapon is an action.
All right.
Yep. Yeah. In order to 2-weapon fighting, your first action has to be an attack.
All right. I'll end my turn then. Sorry that took so long.
That's okay. Bipedal wolf has just recently pointed at Valos and snarled, "You!" And you see it kind of like crouch down and leap up into the air and
God.
lands right in front of you. It's like a 15-foot leap, and it like comes down with its claw and tries to swipe down diagonally at your throat, Valos. It is a 19 to hit with the claw attack.
Oh, it hits.
Okay.
Werewolf Minotaur. Werewolf Minotaur.
What a cool battle.
I hope so.
Right?
Not yet.
Okay, he didn't bite you.
5 points of slashing damage with the claws.
Was that 2 or 3? Since I'm raging.
Oh, let me double. It's half, right? So we round up, so it'd be 3. You're gonna have to keep reminding me of that. So, yeah, call 3 slashing damage. Then he's gonna go for a bite. 13 to hit on the bite.
No werewolf Minotaur.
Okay, no.
No. That's my armor class.
Oh, shit.
That hits.
Oh
Yeah.
wow!
Minotaur.
Let's
Holy
go.
cow. I thought rage like affects that.
Damn.
Okay.
Damn.
Hang on a minute.
I think so, or else it would have affected the last one. Oh, I get advantage
No.
for saving throws, and I get resistance
Yeah,
to
no.
bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, blah blah blah. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
4 points of piercing damage. You said you get advantage on saving throws. All saving throws.
Wait, is that 2 or 4?
It's 4 points of piercing damage on the bite.
But
Does that-
reduced to half.
does that
Oh,
mean-
2. So 2. I am going to say the full amount always, and then we're gonna afterwards say 2.
It says that I have resistance to blah blah blah, and do get advantage on saving throws. Resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing. I can't cast concentration spells. What do you want to know?
Get the resistant.
You're about to make a saving throw, which is
You have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
okay. So strength saving throws. This is going to be a Constitution saving throw. So you actually have a little bit. So your Constitution saving throw is actually a +3.
He doesn't want it. He wants to be a werewolf. You baller.
My constitution's +1.
Yeah.
So remember, I always try to say that saving throws are different than your normal stats. Your
Okay.
saving throws are sometimes a little bit higher based on like some of the things. So your saving throw, you have a +3 on Constitution
Okay.
because you have like a proficiency in that.
Okay.
Do you want another D20? You gonna do it twice? Oh, you got plenty.
What do I have to roll?
2 D20s.
2 d20s.
Yep, and well, why 2?
You say you get advantage on saving throws?
No, on strength saving throws. This is a Constitution
Never
saving
mind.
throw.
So roll 1 d20.
Roll 1d20 and add 3 to the
Yeah,
total
I'm
dice
so
roll.
sorry.
Yeah. Holy cow.
We got it. We got there.
14.
Okay. Next is a
So he's not
destiny.
even going to tell us if it passes.
And next is this. Yikes.
It's so exciting.
That's not a.
I look over and I'm like, what the fuck?
What are your thoughts on this, Randy? Are you excited?
Yeah, it's so cool.
I wish that would have been one of my shitty rolls. Like,
Why wouldn't
You'll
you?
never know. You'll never know. Or maybe you will. I'm doing death saving throws for these kobolds. Okay. Valos, it is your turn.
I roll to hit the bipedal wolf.
Go for it.
At 1.
Oh no!
Holy
Oh my god!
crap.
Okay. Randy, what do you think that a negative outcome should be for this?
I think that my hoof should be split in 3 instead of 2.
Oh,
God.
Oh.
ouch.
Ugh.
Would you say you stubbed your toe or you slashed down on your toe?
Hose toe.
Okay.
Hose toe.
You take 1 point of slashing damage as you have just the world's worst hangnail.
Ugh.
If only somebody was wearing some armored horseshoes. that
Right,
could-
if only you had horseshoes to protect yourself from
Damn,
slashing
dude.
damage to hooves.
Damn.
If they're a platform, fuck right off.
All right.
I wear shoes.
The wolves are still swarming Parthax as he's trying to fight them off. No more, or actually, there is a pack tactic on this. So it's going to be 15 to hit on Parthax.
Nope. Wait.
I don't know if that's enough because of your new armor. Let's see.
No, it is. I'm at a 15.
Just enough. Okay. 6 points of piercing damage.
6. All right.
Okay. I think that it is time for the rest of the party to enter the battle. Never split the party. 1.
I think we did
There's
great.
Zane.
Did Sarvin
There's
manage to catch up?
Nyx.
Yeah.
I think that Sarvin has to wait one more round.
Damn. We need him.
Sorry, Josh.
Oh
When
man.
Sarvin sees where the fuck is the,
All right, Mike
You just hear
is still
wheezing
back
from the
here by
forest?
you guys. Calm down, Nyx. You're down here. All right, so you guys are right there. You have entered the map. Go. Why don't you 3 or you 2 roll initiative to see where you fall in the order?
Come on, Nick's nat 20.
That was not a nat 20.
Damn it.
It was
Okay,
a
Zane.
9.
9. Okay. What about Zane?
I got you. I'm plopping it in
Okay.
right now.
What's your dexterity, Nyx?
+2.
Give me a big number.
A 14.
14. Okay. The wolf is higher, so he's gonna go before you. Wolves are very dexterous. Okay, Randy, we decided that Josh is waiting one more round before he enters the battle because he's so slow. Because his dash is only 40 feet and everyone else's is like 60.
He's like an elf that's like living out Gimli's life. Like
Yeah.
Kind of. I imagine Gimli every single time I think of Sarvin, even though it's not a dwarf.
Yeah.
Which is funny because he's a dwarven claim crafter.
Yeah.
Okay, Mike.
Everything about this elf is dwarfish.
I like made it back. Okay, so
Mhm.
you
If
can
only he
only
could
You guys are
Here.
next to each other.
Okay, so what's Mike gonna do? I mean, he's just gonna move that way, I guess. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Go for it.
Like attempt to distract or use the help action by like screeching, or does he have to be right?
He has to be next to him. He has to be next
Okay,
to
so
him.
never mind. He's just getting close then.
Zane gets to go.
And so Zane is going to run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So that puts him right here. And from there, he is... You know what? Actually, I think I'm just going to have him dash up. So 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm gonna put him right here.
Okay.
And from there, I would just like to have him prepare. I'm gonna have him prepare a dodge action.
Okay. Nice. Okay. Remind me if I attack you that you're dodging, because I will forget by the time it comes to that. Cool beans. This kobold is just fucking running. It's just having the worst day.
Learned nothing.
Parthax.
I'm taking a swing at the one in front of me.
Go for it. Roll to hit.
His father was murdered. His mother was knocked out. His siblings got killed by wolves.
18 to hit.
18 to hit. Yeah, you definitely hit.
All right. And then we got 4 damage. And then I'm gonna go again.
4 damage. Okay,
All right.
go for it. And I think your weapon thing now, you do get to add the bonus on the second attack for
Okay, yeah.
damage.
So I
Because
got
we switched that.
a dirty 20 to hit,
Definitely hits.
and then 9 damage.
Holy cow, yeah. Tell me how you kill this
Fuck
one.
out of here.
You went from full health to 0 health with that
Yeah.
on it. So
Well, Parthax in pure anger just kind of just decapitates this wolf. Just one slash to like the eye, and then the other slash just takes the whole head off.
holy cow.
I'm
Okay.
not happy.
Sick.
He's gone.
All right. Okay. Bipedal werewolf. Oh, Zane, make a nature check.
Oh,
It's
please
a
God.
werewolf.
Please God.
Yeah, I don't know shit. I'm a 9.
No, the DC's 5. You
Oh, hell yeah.
know it's a werewolf.
Guys, it's a werewolf!
Of course!
Boy.
Of course it is.
Okay, the claw attack 9. Does a 9 hit you, Randy?
No.
Okay, bite attack. Does a 22 hit?
You're a double werewolf.
Sure does.
Okay.
You're the most werewolf.
Uh, 3 piercing damage, so it would be 2 for you because of your rage.
Okay.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. So, to be clear, I roll the dice and I give myself +1.
3.
Plus 3.
Plus-
The saving throw, you get +3.
16.
Okay. It is another death saving throw. Is it how many fails before a death? Is it 4?
3.
This child's dead. Breathes its last breath.
Oh shit!
God.
This other one is on the verge of death. Nyx,
I am where?
you're all the way down here.
Oh, shit. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 30. Okay. Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
At the werewolf. That
Oh, make a nature check.
before my Eldritch Blast, and we rolled
Yes.
that.
Well, Zane did just
No,
yell
you can
it's a
just do it.
werewolf.
You can just do it. Oh yeah, Zane yelled it's a werewolf. You know it's a werewolf. Okay.
Right, because that was a nat 20.
Oh yeah, you definitely know it's a
Damn.
werewolf. Okay.
Don't
Werewolf.
Very confident.
My Eldritch Blast, I'm so
like,
mad.
don't let it bite you.
You
as
can make
Val
the
is, like,
20-year
shoving
Eldritch
his
Blast
arm
roll.
in its mouth.
Make the 20 and not 20.
Okay.
Because I interrupted you. You had already said that you were doing an Eldritch Blast. So
Okay.
double the dice rolled.
The hit, and it is 1d10 plus 2.
Yeah, I hit Missy with a, that's a werewolf, and she hit me with a, duh.
She said,
Stupid.
I know.
Pretty good at like naturey things. Okay, there's the 10.
Zane said, it's a werewolf.
Oh,
Zix said, werewolf.
Missy
Feels bad.
looking through her thousands of die to find the D10.
He has more than I have, guys. I got a 2 times 2 plus 2. Oh, 6.
6.
Yeah.
Oh.
Force
You hear that,
damage.
Randy? It gets one more chance to bite you.
Damn.
Yeah.
I have like a proposal to make for critical hits. So to eliminate the bad feeling of rolling really shitty when you critically hit, Can we make a rule where like one of the dice is always the max number?
So
Is
like,
that fine, or do you guys want to roll the dice and have it be random? I'm very open to either. So like for example, Missy's Eldritch Blast was what? 1d10 turns into 2d10. So with the proposed rule, it would be like one dice is automatically 10. Roll another dice to see what it is. Do you
1d10.
want that, or do you want it to be like random?
so
Like that. That's
let me
awesome.
let me ask
I
a
don't
quick
think it the
question
other
about
way.
for this, like the dice that is being rolled. Is that just a one-time roll, or are we able to do like 2 rolls because we're automatically assuming that the first one's going to max out? Like, does that make sense?
It doesn't.
Never re-roll it because like it's automatically best
It's
case
just
scenario.
double.
So the max is taking one of the dice rolls though overall. Just in
So
total.
my proposal is saying one. So even if it's 2d6, it would be 1 6 and one
One of whatever
and
else.
one of whatever,
whatever.
because it's
Okay.
double the dice. If you guys want to keep it the way we've been doing, that's also fine with me. It was just something that I thought of to eliminate, like, let's say you nat 20 and you roll 2 1s. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm
You guys
I'm
fine
open
with
to
that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And only one dice. So, like, let's say you're rolling your normal dice is 2d6 and you turns it into 4. We would still take like one dice as a 6.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
I just wanted to double check
Gotcha.
like where you were at.
So if we're gonna do that, then we only roll one dice.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Instead of rolling the double.
Is that fine? Like, I know
Yeah.
people like rolling dice, so.
Right.
I'm willing to sacrifice one roll for max.
Okay, so in that case, let's make one of those a 10 and take your highest of the 2 dice roll, Missy. So 10 and what else?
It's a 2.
10 and
Plus
2,
2.
so it'd be
So
12.
Plus 2, so 14.
So 14 instead of what was the initial roll?
6.
6. So I'm gonna add 8. I'm gonna subtract 8. Okay. Cool. Phallos,
I swing on this motherfucker.
do it up.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, come on, you son of a bitch. Um, 17 plus. Do I need the plus?
You don't. It hits.
Okay. So a 6, a 10. We said plus 4 on top of that.
Mhm.
Holy shit. 9.
Okay. What type of damage?
Oh boy. 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of it is from my long sword.
Which is just
Slashing?
okay.
Yeah, slashing. And then 2 of it is necrotic.
So 9. Oh, but your sword is magical. That's very good. Okay. 9. Okay, nice. Mike.
Yeah. Think Mike is just going to go and try and distract the big bad guy.
Okay. Get up in there, Mike. You scratching some ankles?
You just gonna like flutter and like in his ears and make him annoyed.
Okay. Cool beans. He's very annoyed. The next attack against him will be at advantage. He's running. Okay, Parthax, you're up.
I use Cure Wound. Can I use Cure Wounds on this guy? Or do I have to stabilize
Yeah.
first? Okay.
No, you could cure wounds would also stabilize. Giving a hit point would
Okay.
stabilize as
Yeah,
well as
I'm gonna
giving hit.
use Cure Wounds.
Okay, go ahead and roll the amount.
8 plus 1. 4.
Okay. Cool. He breathes back to life. Ah! Okay. Randy, does a nat 20 hit you?
God
No.
Let me check.
damn.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But he's raging.
It
If
says
that ma-
it says show enough.
Show enough.
So it's going to be a total of 14 piercing damage, but makes it 7, right?
Oh yeah.
Not bad. Pretty good.
Great.
Make me a Constitution saving throw.
All right. Plus, how much do you want?
3. You get a +3 Constitution. We all know that's about balance, right?
Damn.
17.
Okay.
I was gonna do like a short bite damage, but we'll never be a werewolf.
Nothing
Here's
else.
this.
It's
You
like
don't know.
really good at
You don't know what the DC is. 11 plus 4, 15.
business.
Okay. 9 slashing makes it 5. 5 slashing.
Velos
Mhm.
is unconscious.
Okay.
Oh
Oh,
crap.
wait. So after 5, I take 5.
Correct. Instead of 9, you're taking 5.
I'm unconscious.
Okay. This kobold starts running. Ah! Thanks for the health! Just kidding. He doesn't yell that. He's still terrified. He's trying to get out of here. Last of Us running from zombies style.
Do you think that we'll be close to the end of combat at the end
We-
of my turn?
Yes, we are very close.
We're very close.
Or else I would have stopped it for us to go to bed. Make it, or I'm going to make your death saving throw. Okay. Mike, providing help still. Okay. He's running. Parthax.
Do I get to know if I passed or failed?
Nope. I have that. I have that information.
Damn.
All right. I am going to run up on this werewolf now that we know, and
Okay.
I'm gonna take a slash.
You get advantage. You get advantage on your attack because Mike is helping.
Sounds good. All right. 13 plus 5, 18 to hit.
What type of damage? Oh, hits. It hits. Sorry.
All good. And then 9 damage.
Slashing
Piercing.
damage.
Piercing damage.
Piercing. Do you have a magical weapon?
No.
Do you have a silver tipped weapon?
No.
Okay. You pierce it, and the werewolf kind of like takes the sword, pulls it out of its chest, and kind of
Come
pushes it back
on.
into your hand, and goes.
Well, that's not supposed to
He
happen.
turns and attacks you. An 18 hits you. 10 points of slashing damage.
I'm unconscious.
Okay.
Where should I come in on the turn order?
Right now.
Cool.
After I finish this attack. Does a 14 hit Mike?
Definitely, probably, yes.
Okay.
Oh
Mike takes 9 points of damage.
my god!
God damn.
Sarvin, go ahead.
Okay, hey guys, I'm here. Oh shit! As people just immediately start dropping the second he shows up. We're gonna move that 20 feet. 40. So cool. He's within range. Sacred Flame on the werewolf.
Kevin, where are you in this turn order? I thought you were on there.
Also,
I was on there.
Weird. You had a 17, right?
I did have a
Okay.
17.
I'm gonna push you right after this turn,
Okay.
and
I
then
just
we'll
put in
hop
a
you
new
back in
one.
on 17. Yeah. Okay. Boom. All right. What are you doing, Josh?
DC 13 Dexterity saving throw, casting Sacred Flame on the Wolfman.
Rolls an 11.
Cool.
What's the damage?
4 radiant damage.
4 radiant damage. Okay. Takes 4 damage.
Taylor,
What's up?
can you just correct me if I'm wrong? But from what I'm reading online, it says that resistance shows that I should be rounding down, not up.
We can do it that way if you want. I've always just rounded up for everything in this game. That's just a rule I've always done. But if that's what it says, we can round down. So that would make a 1-0 then?
Yes.
That's the only reason I've always rounded up, to like turn a 1 into 1.
So
We'll
one.
just have damage. If you got a 1, you suck. Right?
Let's round down then. Go for it. Thanks. That was just a rule I didn't know existed. I've always rounded up for everything in this game, no matter what it is.
Or it can just be your rules, or it can be a
Oh.
vote.
I have no preference one way or the other. I just want to keep it consistent. So if we do round down on resistance, we'll just do that for everything. Do you want to make a 1-0? I'm fine if you do.
You go what?
Thoughts?
Anyone else?
Like if he rolls like 1 damage, like 1 would round to 0.
Yeah.
I couldn't care less as long as everyone agrees with it and it stays consistent.
I agree.
On resistance, yeah.
Yep.
Or it would have
I'm
to.
open to
Yeah.
it.
1 becomes 0?
On resistance, right? Yeah.
For resistance, yeah. For other things, we'll just round up, I guess. Cool. Does that affect your health? I guess it would, like 1 or 2 points, right?
I think I would be alive by like health.
Okay, you can be alive. Boom. Let's give you 2 health. I'm gonna let Kevin go because he like fell out of the tornado somehow. So Kevin, go real quick, and then we'll have you go again, Randy.
Okay.
Thus eliminating that death saving throw I did for you.
I would like to take a step up and give
Give him the business.
our bipedal friend a poke here. Yeah.
Okay. Poke him.
Let's do a 23 to hit with 6 piercing damage.
Okay. Is it magical or silver tipped? If you
Okay,
have to look
go
it
out
up,
on a
the
limb
answer
and
is
say
probably
no.
no.
Yeah.
It laughs in your face.
Excellent.
Phallus, go ahead.
Uh, 13 to hit.
It's gonna be close. It hits, yeah.
Okay. So it is magical to hit.
Yep. I've been counting yours because you have the longsword.
And we said 4 on top of it. And it's 9. 13.
It's very close, guys.
Just for
What's up?
good. Never mind. I'll ask after. So,
Nyx? Sorry, I'm not being descriptive. I'm trying to just like move this along.
I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the same guy.
Yeah, do it up.
13 plus 4 is 17.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
That one.
An Eldritch Blast is good because that's force damage. So he just is gonna take all of it.
8 force.
Okay. And back to Valis.
I swing on him again.
Go for it. You can tell that this werewolf is on the brink and ready to like retreat if he gets the chance.
Is there a reason that I get like 2 very close attacks?
Because I was allowing you to attack instead of that death saving throw that I did for you, since you actually outlived. To be fair,
7 to hit.
7. No dice.
I don't think so. I have that one.
Zane,
Yeah, I found.
I see what you sent me, Josh. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, I found like in the player's handbook.
Okay, yeah, holy cow, it says always round down for everything. So yeah, let's just start doing that. I don't know who taught me to round up. Someone taught me wrong.
Alright, so yeah. If it's my turn this time, then I am going to, after seeing him be affected by force damage, and all of that, and basically laughing off my attack, I'm going to use a bonus action of ensnaring strike. Do I want ensnaring strike or do I want? Yeah, let's actually do the ensnaring strike here. And so that's a strength check, please. Oh no, wait.
I don't think that's how it works yet. I think you gotta do something else first.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, I'm trying to read fast.
All good.
No, the target must succeed on a strength saving throw when I attack here, so that's going to be next.
Yep, so you're applying this ensnaring strike to your next attack.
Which was a net 20.
Okay.
Nice.
So I roll a d8 for this bad boy.
Okay, so the damage will be nullified because he's immune to non-magical and non-silvered attacks.
Just immune.
Well, so and that was actually going to be the part of the question here. With the ensnaring strike, is in this example is the d6 damage for that specifically the only thing that would hit?
Yes.
Okay. And is that just...
No, because it's piercing damage. But
even
because
though
it's the effect of a spell, I will allow it to be magical for sure. I'm not sure the rules. I'm guessing that it would be magical. So it will take
it says
any
by
sort of,
magical
like,
binds.
source of magic, yeah.
Any sort, even if the damage is like piercing, slashing, or
Yeah,
bludgeoning,
that
if
makes
it
sense.
comes from magical ability or spell, it's considered magic damage.
That makes sense to me. So go ahead and do the 1d6 magic piercing.
5.
Oh, he had 5 hit points. I'm not even making that up. Zane, how do you slay this beast?
I want you guys to picture with me the most like classic of fencing positions where like he has like a hand behind his back and he's got his rapier up in front of his face and he holds it up into the sky as he says, "Die, foul beast!" And he with a solid jab straight in between the eyes.
I heard that in Fabian Seacaster's voice.
Nice.
Die, foul beast! Cool. He drops. And
I'm on episode 15.
So
you guys have solved my werewolf puzzle, kind of.
I immediately run to Parthax's side and cast Cure Wounds.
Thanks, bud.
Okay. Cool. Go ahead and roll the health back.
Are there any kobolds I can go try to stabilize that like look like they're breathing?
9.
There are none that are laying down that are breathing.
Thank you.
The other ones have ran away. So yeah, you've solved my werewolf puzzle, kind of. You all kind of like are catching your breath. You see the full moon and the clear sky above you, and Phalos, you get just the uncontrollable urge to let out a howl,
Oh my god!
That's not a
and
good
you
thing.
do,
Woo!
and we'll end it
Not a
there.
good thing.
Good night,
I would like
Good night,
Randy
guys.
to be aware that if you
Sorry that
become
took a little
werewolf,
longer.
when you shift, oh no, he's gone. Okay,
I think they were ready to go.
when werewolves shift, the person's alignment.
Changes.
Josh froze.
Yep, looks like it.
Wow, we'll never get to know.
Yeah, I was gonna say the universe doesn't want us to know.
Holy
You
shit.
froze, Josh.
No, yeah, the universe doesn't want you to know.
It says your alignment becomes.
Yeah, for lycanthropes, when they shift, their alignment shifts to the type of lycanthrope they become.
Oh,
Werewolves are chaotic evil.
We'll see. This is my
Jesus.
game.
That's
We'll
gonna
see.
be
This is
very
my
He's-
fun.
He's real excited, but
We'll see. We're gonna like tweak and homebrew this. I'm not
I was
playing
gonna
this
say,
exactly like Lycanthropy, like by the book.
Right.
so you can always take
We're gonna do some house rules.
It's a
I
good
was gonna
game.
say you can always look at the what is it, Blood Hunter, because they have a whole subclass of like, hey, your class is you're a lycanthrope. You can shift into a werewolf. That's the whole subclass of Blood Hunter.